And welcome back to the Off the Clock Show. You're joined once again with your host, Shawn Gervais from the OrbisX CRM, as well as Marty, Mr. Marshall Hill from the Pints and Polishing Podcast and hyperClean Car Care Products. And we are also joined today with some guests. We've got Jeff Sturgis on the line, as well as Calvin John Dawkins. We're just waiting for Callie to join here. So we've got Jeff. He's one of the programmers working with us at OrbisX. And then we've got Calvin, who handles a lot of the support. You guys will probably recognize his name from the live chat and things like that. And then Jeff, you'll recognize from the group where he's posted a lot about our new email marketing software suite, as well as the AI images, which is pretty exciting stuff. So anyway, that was the lengthiest intro I've done to date, but happy holidays, everybody.
Hope happy holidays.
Have a good one. Hey, Calvin.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What is this? Good.
Hey, Calvin.
Nice
to meet
you.
There we go.
We have someone else with the hat. Today?
Yeah, I'm drinking.
Hey, absolutely. Tea. Yeah. All right. So, Jeff, what do you got?
That's my favorite tea. I've had like 6 coffees today. I have no drink at the moment.
Oh, snap. Yeah. Probably need a break.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm having one, and I'm wearing a hat. No one else wearing a hat except for Calvin, and Calvin has a special hat.
Can you guys see that right there?
Oh, nice. Little 6 beam.
I'm also wearing the sorry.
Off the clock show?
The off the clock show.
Yeah. Nice.
Just I almost wore my shirt too, but then I thought it was wrong if I'm wearing a Santa hat, and then didn't seem right. So
I'm sure you could pull it off.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so dirty Santa. But yeah. So how's everyone's holidays been so far?
I hadn't started. I guess what this airs. You'll air this the day after Christmas, huh?
Yeah.
So we are recording early. And
Yeah.
I guess holidays for some have they started? I don't know. I'm still working. Aren't you working?
I've been working. Oh, I'm definitely working. But you should see my house. We've got 6 Christmas trees up. So it's the holidays are in full swing.
Oh, you mean the craziness of the holidays, not the holidays.
Yeah, that starts right after Halloween, the craziness.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. But it's been good my side as well. And since I'm wearing a Santa hat, by the way, to start off the episode here, I do have a giveaway for Christmas for someone, and Marty's going to determine how they get this, but someone will be able to get a book called Sell Like Crazy, because Santa's feeling crazy. So I've got a book. It's a pretty thick one. Just like all the tips here, they're thick. So, so anyway, someone can win this book, and Marty will determine how you win this book.
They're gonna have to continue listening through this episode, and they'll find out later.
Have you read it, Marty?
I have not. I haven't. Have you?
Yeah. So
I've heard of it.
This one came out.
I don't read. I listen to books though, but I don't read. Yeah, no, seriously, I can barely read. So
I do have the audiobook version as well. So if someone like Marty, prefer to listen, I can send you the audiobook as well. So this book was actually a pretty interesting story for me, because I stumbled upon it. I was sold this book by some Facebook ads, and usually Facebook ads don't get me. And this guy had some really intriguing stuff, the way he approached things and the way he put it together. Anyway, I got that book, and it was free. He sent it free. I was talking with him and stuff. And so I'm going to give it away to a member. But basically, that thing wrote me in, and it helped with our holiday ads that we're running now, which have done quite well for Auto World. So anyway, it was pretty good, and I highly encourage someone to use it next Christmas. Have to wait a little while, but yeah. So Marty will let you guys know how you can win that one there, and yeah.
Hey, what'd you say you were drinking?
So me drinking a Negroni, so classic Negroni. Got Campari. Yeah, Campari, gin, and sweet vermouth. And it's nice, festive holiday drink, I'm
gonna hop into a candy cane.
Candy cane, Nitro.
Candy cane Nitro, right? So this is by Left Hand Brewing. They're out of Colorado. Pretty cool place. You ought to go up there if you're ever up in Denver. Now, here's the fun part about Left Hand and their Nitro series. It freaks people out, but that's the way you pour. You straight down pour on a Nitro.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Wild, isn't it? So Fun beers. They make all different types of nitros. This is a candy cane stout, and it's a must pick up. If you find it, pick it up. I'm not a stout guy. I only drink them in the winters, and just very rarely. This has a really interesting peppermint flavor mixed with like this chocolatey coffee beer. I mean, it's really unique. It's a great beer.
That's wild. Damn.
But yeah, so
oh yeah, look at that. Jeez. What you need though is a candy cane to put inside it too.
Oh, good call. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you a candy cane guy? Are you a sweet guy?
You eat the candy cane if you did that, or is purely aesthetic?
Oh, you gotta eat it.
Yeah, you gotta eat it, I think. Yeah. Like last night I went to my daughter's concert. She's in the band at school. We went there. And so it's by donation. You pay for your ticket to get in. So I paid for all of us. And then they had this old box of candy canes and they offered it to my daughter. And she said no, the young one. I was like, man, you're crazy. What kind of kid turns down a candy cane? So I took it. I told the lady, I'll take it. I'll hang on to it. She'll probably eat it later. I knew she wasn't going to. That was for me, 100%. There I was, sat in the front row, eating my candy cane. Absolutely, man. It's the holidays. Why not? Yeah, but I will say, though, it was a weird candy cane. It wasn't a traditional candy cane. The outside was hard, but I don't know where they got these things, but the inside was like this, it was like a gummy bear. It was like squishy and stuff. They were these special candy canes. I don't know. Wasn't a fan. Yeah.
Nothing's traditional anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Nothing's traditional anymore. Yeah, it was gross. But traditional candy canes, yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah. It's the holidays, man.
Yeah, Calvin, where are you from?
You mean like I'm from Montreal, Canada?
Oh, okay. You're a Canadian also?
Yeah. Of course. You're actually on with all
also?
Yeah.
Jeff as well?
Yep. Kingston.
Yeah. So yeah, you're on with 3 maple syrup.
Have you ever been down to Montreal?
The furthest north I've been is
I don't think I've ever been to Montreal. I've been to like Mont Tremblant and Mont Saint Anne skiing.
Okay, that's close.
And golfing at Mont Tremblant, but
I've never actually been there.
I've been to Quebec City.
Oh, sure.
Never been to Quebec City either. Living in Quebec.
No, I've never been to Montreal.
Like just Montreal, is it?
Yeah.
Just
yeah, it's a nice city. Yeah, but Marty, you're gonna have to visit for sure. Absolutely, and, best maple syrup you'll ever have. It's pure. But Marty, what's the furthest north you've been? Where?
Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore.
Maryland?
Okay.
No, I went to DC. That's actually a little bit further north than that. There you go.
Yeah. DC is beautiful, actually.
So, it is.
Yeah. One time I did a trip. I went New York and then BC after. The difference between the two cities was night and day. It was crazy. Like no trees, tons of trees.
I was a college student. It was summertime. I worked at YMCA camp. They camp counselor. It was my summer job. Blast, one of the best, right? Still one of the best jobs you could ever have, right? One of the guys was from Australia. They became really good friends. And so he actually would come back every couple summers and be a counselor. When he flew out, for some reason, he flew out of DC. You know, this was the 90s or whatever, I don't know. And it would have been like 97, 98.
Huh? Oh no, Marty, I think we lost you. Hey, Marty?
Yeah.
Oh, we can hear you now. I don't know. I think your mic lost me. I don't know. Yeah. Kelly, could you hear him?
It was breaking up while he was talking. I couldn't hear him properly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I missed the end part. I don't know.
Oh, I just.
It's like as soon as you go to say that one part,
it doesn't want us to know the end.
I know, it's a secret. That's it. Love it. No, that's amazing, man. But yeah, Callie, you been in the States?
Never, man.
No? Okay, never. We're gonna have to take a trip down there.
All right, what about Christmas trips? What's your guys' favorite Christmas trip? Any cool places you guys go, or normal thing you guys do?
We're going on vacation after Christmas, but I haven't never been on one during Christmas as yet.
Yeah, I tell you, there was 2 weird Christmases for me that were trips. One of them was I went to Colombia.
Like a trip or like a driving trip?
there was a trip involved, but the weird one was we went to Colombia and we were in this place, San Andreas, this little island, and it was our first Christmas abroad. And it was strange because all the palm trees, they had, painted the bottoms and put lights on them and stuff like that. And so it was just, it didn't feel like a regular, I'm used to Christmas with, like 4 feet of snow and this and that. So that was really different. But then, yeah, there was so much weird stuff that happened that night. It was, I don't know how to explain it, but we went to this little, I don't know, it was like a little bar type thing in the middle of the ocean, though. You had to go on this little pier to get there. And there were just railings of rope around the edges. It was kind of a circle, and that, it was fun. We were jamming out, but then we started to realize something. We're sitting there, and there's everyone sitting around the circular bar, and they're all talking, drinking, whatever. And we started to realize that some things around the edges were moving. And so we looked down by the edges, because right to the edge of that is just the ocean. You're just gone, taken away with the moonlight, with the tide. And we looked down, and there's children sleeping all around this bar on the floor. And I guess what happened is the parents, they wanted to go out, and they were just like, yeah, mommy and daddy are gonna hang out here, and you're welcome to just sleep on the They were just, I'm telling you, if they rolled one foot to the edge, they were just in the ocean. It was wild. But yeah, it was I don't know, it was a fun trip, but it was wild being in that kind of an atmosphere during Christmas for us. That was different. And then but then when we lived in the islands, we got used to it because we spent Christmas there as well, and it was just more of the same.
What is Islands Christmas like?
A lot of drinking, music, Santa Claus. Like, it depends. Like, at my office there, we had Santa Claus come in. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty much the same. Yeah, it was like the same minus snow, but it was.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's cold here.
Yeah. Talking about Santa Claus specifically, how did he look?
Oh, it was a black Santa for sure. Yeah. It was. He was tall. But yeah, it was
no belly, right? Did he have a belly at least?
No belly. Yeah, well, a fake one. We put a pillow.
Yeah, down there in the islands, they don't have. Is there anybody that's fat down there?
Yeah, a few. You got to work hard at it. You got to work.
There's a few local fatties, yeah, for sure.
A few local fatties. The tourists definitely. When they came in, it's funny. I lost so much weight when I was down there, and you really started to notice. Like, at first, I was just used to seeing, North American bodies. And then after living there for quite some time, there were two things that happened. One is when we came back and we went to the Toronto airport, I remember being just blown away by, number one, how many white people I saw there. And number two, how many signs I saw. There were just signs for everything. Don't sit here, don't smoke there, don't touch this, don't do that. Just signs of everything. Whereas in the islands, where we lived, there was maybe there was two. I know there was one for sure, but traffic lights. There was only one that I remember, but I think they put in a second one. That's it. And then you come here and there's traffic lights everywhere. There's stop signs and all kinds of stuff. But that was a big shock for me. But then also the bodies. Yeah, that was you don't notice it at first when you're just going on vacation, but then when you live there for a while and you start to see overweight people with their shirts off on the beach, it's unsettling.
Oh.
Hey, we all come in different shapes, sizes, and forms, but it was, yeah. But anyways, that's enough about.
But some should wear more clothes than others.
Some should wear more. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that is always the interesting thing when you go to the beach and respect the people. I do. It's their body; they do whatever they want, whatever.
Yeah, have a good time.
And they're strong enough inside to go ahead and let it all out, and that's like. Okay, I might have covered up a little bit more if that was me, but you do you. It's like, hey, go for it.
Yeah. You ever do one of those nude beaches?
Negative Ghost Rider?
Is it like a bucket list thing or?
Like a bucket list thing?
No, he just wanted to meet us there. He's a regular attendee, and he knew the best place, and he was going to take us.
Absolutely. Well, you're going down to Brazil soon, right?
There isn't there, and there's specific beaches you do go to. Certain beaches that I was told I will not be going to.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure your wife made that a steadfast rule. Yeah.
We won't go this way. We're gonna go this way. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Why? What's over there? It'd be like that movie, Couples Retreat, where they have the the couples island, and then they have the one for the single people and stuff.
I remember that.
Yeah, with all the nice music and everything, and they're like, "Oh, what's
Jennifer
over there?"
Aniston.
Yeah. I think it's Aniston. And no, Aniston's not in that one. Vince Vaughn's in it. But is Aniston in it?
Man, Vince Vaughn could talk, man. This guy just
hilarious.
keeps going. He never stops.
Yeah, this is true.
He's a dude that always cracks
improv,
me up.
though. That's why I think.
Yeah, I think so.
The dude from oh gosh, I'll butcher it now. American Pie, Stifler.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that dude just walks out on the street and I start laughing. Like,
Yeah. He's just got that face, Like Plus, I just watched the whole series again recently, and my eldest, she hadn't seen them, so we spent like a marathon time. We just watched them all. Oh my God, man, it's crazy. Like it's been so many years, but they're still just so funny. They slap. Yeah,
it's like the
sure.
Superbads and the Austin Powers, and
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so I'm about the only guy at my age that never could get into Austin Powers.
No?
Wasn't my humor.
No way.
Couldn't get into it.
I saw it in high school, so it was different back then. I guess now it's more like nostalgic, but back then.
Yeah. And for us, how old are you?
38.
So close enough, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it would have been college when it came out, and it just didn't stick. So yeah,
you're
probably
a bit too old. Yeah, I was like in grade 8 or something, So
yeah. For us too, he's Canadian, so I think it holds a special place for us too, Yeah.
I mean, listen, the Beyonce part, all that stuff, wonderful.
Yeah. Like, wonderful. And now we know why Marty's not going to that beach. The only part he hung on to, that Beyonce part. I didn't see the movie, but I fast forward and rewound that.
Yeah, how do you know about that part? Was that even in the first one?
That special edition you had to get.
Yeah. He's gonna
DVD,
tell us
special edition DVD.
Oh, jeez, man. Yeah, I don't blame you. But Jeff, nice background. There we go. Very festive.
Is it backwards or is it forwards?
Forwards for me.
Okay.
Is it backwards for you?
No, it just defaulted to mirror and then I switched it.
Oh yeah, Marty. He's like, what are you talking about? There we go. Did the AI make that Santa?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Jesus.
Santa buffing a car?
Yeah. Jeez. There you go.
It's a F-150 Raptor. You can't really tell. It's all Santa.
Yeah. It's all Santa. Yeah. Man, that's amazing though. See, now I don't feel so bad. I'm not the only one with the hat on. There we go. See? Solid.
Any interesting foods that's a tradition over the holidays? We're an egg casserole. Mom does this thing called monkey bread, where it's like frozen rolls, and you probably have some maple syrup. There's some type of syrup on there, brown 100%. Sugar and stuff, and it's baked. But I mean, it's the egg casserole combined with that it's always the go-to. You got that sugary from the bread plus the eggs, the salt of all the. That's the way to go.
Man. Oh yeah.
What do we usually do, Sean? What do we usually do? I remember my pops used to make lamb, right, all the time.
Yeah, lamb's a big one. We're doing turkey this year. We bought a big turkey. No, definitely not. Oh my God. Last time I did that turkey was terrible. Oh my God.
You guys made a soup.
Austin, yeah, we have this buddy Austin, and he was bigging up this turkey, this smoked turkey. He said it's the best turkey you'll ever have. It was twice the price as a regular turkey. He said, I got $100, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah, and it was terrible. We ended up having to go buy a second turkey.
Just delightful. I loved it.
Yeah, I don't know. You continue to eat that on your own then.
I got one. They got one.
Oh man, no, it was
best turkey ever.
Too much. It was too smoky and too salty. I found
smoked perfectly.
Yeah. Oh, I think you have to smoke perfectly to enjoy it, if you know what I'm saying. That's the only way.
No, it was all right. It was all right. It wasn't as good as I thought it would have been, but it.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's for me, it's not. But yeah, we do it's almost like a Thanksgiving dinner type thing. Is kind of what we do. And then, but then my wife, she'll make usually like, you know, saltfish or something in the morning, stuff like that. But oxtail, yeah, definitely. Ooh, we just had some too the other day. It was so good. Yeah. But how about you, Jeff? Do you do
Soup?
anything?
Was it oxtail soup?
No, it's more I'd say it's closer to like a stew.
A soup, you know.
It could be, yeah.
Soup, yeah.
Oh, she could do it with the soup, yeah, but it's not as saucy. That's the thing. So it's there's some sauce.
It's more like a stew, and you put it on top of rice and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But cooked the same way. So you could
beans.
Lima beans. Sometimes those big.
Yeah, we call them butter beans, but I think they're broad beans or something. There's different names for them. But
what are those big white ones called?
That's no, those ones. If I buy the Lima ones, she gets upset.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they taste almost identical to me, but she wants the butter beans. I guess they're a little, I don't know, a little sweeter, a little smoother.
Oh, I thought you were just like that was like what you call them. The actual name of them is called a butter bean?
Actual, yeah, butter beans. But some people call them broad beans as well. Yeah, and they're harder to find because Lima beans are more common. But if you go to certain stores, you'll find the butter beans. But like when we lived in the islands, they were everywhere. Like Lima beans were hard to find. But just depends. Might be a thing of access too, like where they are. Or, I really don't know.
But oxtail is normally with some type of bean. It's in a stew and stuff, right?
Yeah, and we'll put carrots and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you just add a couple more, cups of liquid, and it's a soup, basically. Yeah. Marty's a big foodie too, as you'll notice. Yeah, he usually.
I wouldn't say I'm a foodie. I just like to eat.
Well, yeah, but you like to eat good food too, and certain types of food. So
I like to eat good food. But foodie people all like to be like specific and know things. They're like a car guy, right? Like there's a lot of times I don't consider myself a car guy because I don't know every single thing about cars, or I don't wrench on cars, or I don't, like car guys get really picky about, you don't know certain things, you don't talk a certain way. And it's like, same as foodie people. It's like, you gotta, and I get tired of watching foodie people on YouTube. Like so mom's going with this when we go down to Brazil. So I want her to watch a YouTube, watch some stuff, see what you're going to eat, kind of get ready for it. And it's like,
prepare for
everybody. Yeah. If you're a foodie, you're all like, ooh, like they just do these, like, it's like, just amazing. And it's like, oh man, like, tell me about it. What do you like? Talk to me about what you take. Like, I don't know. That's why I don't like to be necessarily a food. I actually though was one of those guys early Instagram. You bet. My very first Instagram post, all what? Foods that I made.
Okay,
absolutely.
I did that for a while too. I even made videos of me like cutting the veggies and stuff.
Too.
Yeah. Ask Calvin. I sent him tons of them, and then I was like, "This is ridiculous."
Once everybody else started doing it, I was like, okay, I guess I'll have to stop. Like,
yeah, it's true. But man, I tell you,
now I just take the pictures and save them in my phone. Like nobody even gets to see them. I still take the pictures though.
I do that too, but for a different reason. Like I send them to my wife, and I tell her basically, I want this tonight or whatever. Take pictures of all the meals. So whenever you could always go back and be like, you know what, that was really good. Let's have that again.
That's a smart move, actually. Build up a little catalog, and then
smart. No longer have to have that discussion. What's for dinner? Just be like,
exactly, yeah. And look at that, Calvin's first appearance, and he's dropping.
Good job. Yeah. We said no tips, and he just went right.
And what you want to do is after she makes it, you got to go and say, it's so good. This is brilliant. It looks beautiful. You know what? I'm taking a picture. Right. She's happy about it. So now next time you bring it up, she's like, he really loves it. She's gonna make that.
I gotta take my notes. Hold on a second.
I know. Yeah, that's a life hack right there. Man, that's amazing. That's gonna be thinking, okay, I'm about to start doing the same thing.
Did you keep it in your notes section and then just like?
I just
I
made it. I made a folder, a little album in my photos gallery, you know, and I sent her the whole album.
Man, that's genius.
I've taken pictures before. I'm now locked down to like what my kids will eat, and it's not like I miss a lot of food. I love chili, and my kids just won't. So
man.
Yeah, Cheryl and I, we love chili, but
how do you make your chili? What do you put in it?
We use like a couple my wife's parents jar tomatoes. So
nice.
A few jars of tomatoes, like peppers.
Homegrown tomatoes, there's no comparison.
Yeah,
it is literally insane how different they taste than a store-bought tomato.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. Chili powder, maybe mushrooms, some kidney beans. I've been making a keto chili, so I put bacon in it.
Nice.
Kind of bacon in the chili.
How does the bacon do in like after, like, does it come out crunchy, or is it like softer if it's like stewing kind
of? You kind of turn it into like bacon bits, and it doesn't really add much texture at all. It's just kind of like the beef. It just kind of blends in, but it gives a bacony flavor for sure.
That's nice.
That sounds amazing. So my wife showed up. I think she's here because she overheard that she needs to start start getting some photos from me. Say hello.
Hi guys.
Hey Shana.
Hey.
Good. Wow, Marty, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
Yes.
Cheers.
This is my wife Shana.
Cheers.
And so crazy enough, Calvin.
What movie are you guys gonna watch tonight? Theater room. You watch anything tonight?
That's right, we're in the theater room. Believe it or not, I talked with Marty last week, and we were talking about, or this week actually, we were talking about the Matrix, and both of us had forgotten that there was like a new one. Well, not so new, but like 2 years old or something. And so
I gotta watch that.
There wasn't too much buzz around it, but it's not bad. It's all right.
Oh, thanks for ruining it.
I have to.
You know me with these
my
movies,
attention
man.
span. My attention span is like, I always say I watch my programs, because programs are like 30 to 45 minutes.
30 minutes. Yeah.
That's all I can do. My kids make fun of me because, like, I always say I'm gonna go watch my programs. A movie these days, they're like an hour and 30 minutes. That's what I'm charging for. But if it's
3 hours long,
but if,
3 hours, man.
If it's 3 hours, like, listen, I gotta.
They should pay me to watch it.
Yeah.
It's too much.
It better be good. It better be good.
I bought John Wick 4, and we still haven't watched it. It's probably that was so long ago. It's probably out for free now.
I feel like we started watching it.
We started. No, I started it. We got 15 minutes in, and we said, "Wait a minute, how much is left in this movie?"
It's the worst of all of them.
Oh, really? Oh, thank God we bailed on it. See, that's oh man,
like
that would have been horrible.
It's too much.
Stop. It's nonstop too much. It's
exactly more of the same thing for an extra 2-3 hours until it
just gets too much. Yeah,
Avatar.
It's like Meg 2. Did you guys watch Meg 2? Did you watch Meg?
No. My daughter wants to watch it though.
Megalodon. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's good. You should watch. And it's clean, right? It's a good family show. Yeah, go for it.
Watch that.
Meg 2.
Yeah, Megalodon.
Meg 2, though, he's on a jet ski, like jumping out of the shark's mouth.
Oh, Jason Statham.
It's just a little too much,
Jason Statham, that's what you're gonna get. Yeah.
It's so true. Backflip while he does. But Marty did have a recommendation last week. His recommendation was oh my God, Leo or something. What's someone in?
Leo's not bad. I saw some of it.
Yeah, I heard it's like a musical though.
I don't do that part, but like I'm saying, like for a family and kids, whatever, I guess it's fine,
I said I don't do that.
Marshall Hill.
Yeah. No, we don't do that. As soon as I see musical, I'm gone, guys.
Yeah. No, I can't do this.
When I was in high school, I was like so in love with musicals. And then
I remember you used to like Grease, like
thanks, man. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
Called Grease, the movie, I think, with John Travolta or whatever.
Oh yeah, Grease. Yeah.
West Side Story, Mamma Mia, like all that stuff. Cats, that kind of stuff.
I think I stepped back into the wrong conversation. Hold on.
Yeah, we're talking about Broadway and how we don't really like musicals anymore because it's just too much.
Because you mentioned, I think it's Leo or something, that movie.
Oh
It's called
yeah.
Leo? Yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't like it?
We haven't seen it yet, so we're debating if
Yeah,
that's the way to
that's
go.
something that
It's hilarious.
I
It's
actually
great.
like Ghostbusters Afterlife. I found that movie, they made it real well. I think it was a nice throwback vibe, especially correcting the last, the horrendous one they made like a bit before that. You guys, do you remember which one I'm talking about?
Yes.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, no, he can't. It's
I can't
controversial.
really.
Oh.
The other Ghostbusters version.
What can you say
Oh.
nowadays? I don't know.
You can't. You
That's
can't.
true. I know what you
can't.
mean.
It's
I know
not
what you
off the clock on this episode, so we can't say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other episodes we could, but we're still on the clock on this
yeah.
one. So,
mean. Still on the clock on this one, yeah. So we can't.
What about you,
the
Jeff?
other
Are
one.
you a movie watcher?
I used to be, but I haven't really had a lot of stuff come out that I wanted to watch. I think the last thing I watched was Super Mario Brothers in the theater.
good movie.
Okay.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Have you guys watched any Christmas stuff, the new ones that have come out?
All she watches. She started Christmas stuff in October.
No, I started in July.
Okay,
Oh, July. Look at that.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Like,
What's I can't. Why am I forgetting his name?
Eddie Murphy.
Beverly Hills
Uh,
Cop. Thank you,
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. The
Yes.
new Eddie Murphy Christmas movie. Have you guys watched
Watched
it?
it.
Yeah.
Calvin,
It
Calvin
was
told
Yeah,
us
with
to
the little
watch it.
figurines and stuff.
Yeah, that was good.
We actually
It was
enjoyed
a
it.
good movie. Yeah,
I'm
me
glad
too.
It's not bad.
That.
Yeah.
That's three
Yeah.
times.
We watch Home Alone every year as like
Oh,
a,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he finally got his star.
Yeah.
Macaulay
Who?
Culkin just
Macaulay
got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Poor guy.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he finally got the recognition he deserves.
He did his speech, and then during the end of his speech, he said his tagline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals, or
Yeah.
something like that.
And then,
Why should he
it wasn't
get?
even
I
him
mean,
who said that in the movie.
it's true.
Yeah,
It's the
I
movie
know.
said it.
Yeah.
what movie he really did anything on, and he got a star? How
Yeah.
terrible is that?
What about My Girl? My Girl was
My
like,
girl. Oh yes, right. I forgot about
Trash.
that movie.
Trash.
Trash.
It's not wrong.
oh my gosh, My Girl had me in
I'm not
tears,
wrong.
man.
Trash. He did one
Wasn't-
movie and he got a star. Jeez, what's going on here?
It's
Yeah.
a Christmas movie, so it comes back around. I
Yeah,
guess.
they just and Marty, you know how
Yeah.
it is. Sometimes they just give awards to everybody, right?
Yeah. I didn't like that they
You
did
get one. You get one.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they did a part 2 to that movie.
That's
To
Home Alone. I think
Home
they did
Alone.
like 3 or 4, didn't
yeah,
they?
they did like
They
really
did
well.
4 or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
something
he
like
they,
that.
they didn't
You know,
cast
what's
him in
going
the other
on?
ones. I think he only cast it in the first 2.
I
think
know.
so too, yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. And then he got replaced. Yeah. The dad that was in I don't know if it was the same dad in all 4, but the dad in the first one, I don't know what he was into, but they never really like clarified his job. But there was some stuff going on there. 'Cause he had this like, yeah, and he had this like massive house, and then he had to like, there was some issue at the bank and this and that. There was like, I don't know, there was some,
If we
It was
watch
the
it again,
90s,
My
man.
Girl-
yeah, it was there was some
And
stuff.
in the
Nice.
90s, who can fly their entire family overseas? I mean, come on.
It's
Yeah, that
true.
dude was,
That's
he
true.
was into something.
Yeah.
You're right.
Export.
Yeah, that house had like 20 bathrooms and stuff, and he was supposed to be just like a regular, average Joe. Like, come
Actually,
on.
his house is pretty average from what I've seen. No. One year I went to North
I don't know what kind
Carolina.
of houses she's been living in.
It seems like everyone in North Carolina has that size house.
No, that was a big
Sean,
house.
it was huge, and
Also,
with the
didn't take
pillars
place
and
in-
everything.
It didn't take place in the South.
And that's
Yeah.
but
It's in like New York
it's
where you
still
get
on
like
the
you get a
outskirts.
closet for like $3,000 a month. Yeah,
it's true.
yeah. No, he was up to some stuff. I'm telling you.
Shady.
Yeah. Trust me. Watch. We'll rewatch it tonight. You'll see.
You know what we should?
He was doing some kind of Ponzi scheme. or
I don't know if we
something.
should.
All right, so is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not?
If
Yes,
you want it to be,
absolutely.
I think so. Yeah,
Absolutely.
if you wanted to be.
sure.
My vote is yes.
Yeah,
My vote is yes. Yeah. Jeff, what do you think?
Oh yeah, for sure. It was a Christmas movie. We had penciled in that we were gonna watch Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Where he
That's,
becomes Santa. Yeah.
Yeah, but we might switch that to Candy Cane Lane now. That's the Eddie Murphy one you guys were.
Oh yeah, highly
I hadn't
recommended.
even heard of that, so
Oh yeah,
Isn't it
highly
on,
recommended.
That one,
on
I'm gonna
Amazon?
check it out.
was on Amazon.
What about Bad Santa, guys?
Oh, that's good.
absolutely. It's a must. It's a must.
That's
But you
great.
know what I haven't seen? Bad Santa 2.
What?
There's a second one?
Badder Santa?
Maybe it's Badder Santa.
I think you've seen Better Santa.
No. There's.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Sean.
I should be.
ashamed of yourself.
I am.
Yeah.
You know what? Take it off.
Yeah, you should. Head down, man.
No holiday cookies.
Seriously, I saw the preview for it the other day, and I was, what is this? I couldn't believe it because I was looking for it.
Add that one to the list too now.
Yeah. See, exactly. Same cast and everything, which is awesome. Except the boy is now like a teenager. Yeah, or maybe even older. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's old.
That's the one with
Still looks
he's
similar.
talking to him.
The sandwiches?
Yeah.
No, you don't want any fucking sandwiches. Yeah, the best.
Fuck me, Santa, fuck me, Santa, fuck me, Santa, fuck me.
Yeah. The best. What a crazy fetish, man. Jesus. Only once a year. That's it.
One watch, that's it. I mean, you don't watch
that's-
it any other time. But once a year when everybody's asleep and you're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good. Although I did watch it in the summer once, but it was kind of weird. Yeah.
It's never weird.
Oh, they were asking about like Christmas abroad and stuff. You know, remember when we were in Colombia and we had that Christmas there?
It was
weird, but it was awesome.
Christmas in Colombia was amazing. Christmas in DR, not so much. I don't know why, but it was just.
What about
really
Christmas
weird.
in Grenada, guys?
No.
Santa Claus to our office there, and then Calvin was like, "Well, what did Santa Claus look like?" He was like, "He was a black Santa."
He just said no.
And now I have a black Santa on my mantle, on our mantle here in the house. And then Sean just picked up 2 black nutcrackers for me that are 6 feet tall. And it's so magnesium. Funny. Yeah, I didn't expect to see it. I was at Michael's looking for decorations, and I go crazy when I'm in there. I really shouldn't be in there by myself. And the air is fresher. So something about it. So, anyways, I'm in there.
That's her nude beach.
Like a casino.
That's where she's not allowed to go.
Michael got that nice air system for you in there.
And I walked past, and Buddy's like right by I'm by its shoulder. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And I saw the price tag and I said, oh, I can't even justify it. What's that?
I must have it.
Yeah.
No, she was deterred by the price, but so now they have 2.
Sean's sister is guilty because she called me. She called me and she said, I know you only have 1, but you could get 2 because now the price.
Why would you do this to me? You know what I mean?
It's half price now. You should hurry up and go get it. And then Sean was like, dude, what are you doing to me? And then he's like, you know what? Just place the order. And next thing you know, Sean's pulling out a body out of his trunk. So
but what I want to know, okay, where are you guys gonna store these after Christmas?
We really
That's what I said.
We're gonna do our best.
We haven't.
Are you gonna disassemble? Like, you can't break them down. What do you do with that?
Solid magnesium.
Yeah,
it doesn't come apart.
Solid. Sean's like, oh, he's gonna blow away. What are we gonna do? And then I was like,
I thought he was gonna.
You don't have an attic?
You're gonna cover them with a tarp and like squeeze it in the corner of the backyard or something, or like what are you gonna do here?
No, Marty just mentioned if we had an attic, we never use it. We never use it, but we should.
Swim with them.
We should, but I'm afraid.
Oh, so that was option 2. That's what I was going to attic first. Option 2 would be just lob it over into the pool, and it's a place you can go down and hang out throughout the year. Kids would like to go down and like grab little hoops.
I know.
Or Sean, you put it in storage. Bring it down to the shop. Bring it down to the shop and store it at the shop.
No,
my guys are gonna draw like penises on.
Never.
You're gonna break it, yeah.
Those are my guys. Never. No, I'll figure it.
They're gonna do all kinds of stuff to those poor things.
Yeah. But he's, I'm gonna repaint them next year. This year they kind of have like silver highlights and stuff, and I was like, silver. That's just
gold, apparently.
Those type of things I hate, Marty, because for me they're like space hogs, and they just take that space, and you can't do anything about. Like my wife got kind of like a trampoline. And I keep asking her, what are we gonna do with this?
Like a trampoline, or is it a trampoline?
It's like it's a little trampoline, but it has
a little one that you exercise and stuff on and balance.
And she's like, this is really good. It's good for the impact on your joint. All this stuff she's selling me, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna be the one using it. I'm like, are you gonna use it? So it's been in the garage like for the whole summer, and I'm like, I want to start parking in the garage. It's getting cold. What are you gonna do with this? And she's like, oh, you're always bugging me about the trampoline. So
Listen, I inherited a stationary bike upon my marriage. Fortunately, after a couple of months, it got moved out to the the back patio, where it's been sitting for 2 years.
At least it's stationary.
No comment, because you know what? I'm a big fan of decluttering. So when I got those 2 nutcrackers, I was like, well,
that's true. She is good at that.
I'm a big fan of a garbage bag and recycling.
She's too good at that. If let's say I haven't worn a shirt in between seasons and I haven't put it on for 3-4 months, she'll just go to the closet and be like, you haven't worn this in a while, throw it in a bag. I'm like, whoa. It's one of my favorite shirts. What are you doing? I wear it in the summer, you know? She's
essentials
like,
only.
And I'm like, yeah, I do.
Essentials only.
So Calvin, don't be like me.
Yeah. That's
Mine's still sitting out on the porch doing nothing.
Yeah.
That forever, man.
If you don't use it in a season or whatever, it's gotta go. If you can get it in 20 minutes for $20 and it's been sitting in your closet or in a drawer, it's gotta go. You know,
It's true.
Yeah. Look at this. More tips. You
guys got rid of your treadmill, right? Do you still have your treadmills?
Yeah,
you can't say that.
Yeah.
You can't say that right now. Hold on.
What did you say?
I said, look at that, Marty, more tips. But he's like, no, we can't say that right now.
Got a lady here.
Who's giving the tips?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yes, Calvin.
We'll breeze past it. So
Sean, what do you guys do over there in Canada, huh? What do you guys do?
Off the clock radio.
Let me just cover this. There we go. He's got this shirt.
Go ahead and turn that camera off.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be back in a few. But we had 2 treadmills because there was one when we bought this house. It came in the theater.
I think it was too heavy for them to move, and they
just left it.
Yeah, and so they left that behind. And then we're like, oh, cool, let's use it. But then we realized it was a hazard because whenever we'd have other kids over, they'd want to play with it.
Oh, that happened. One kid flung himself into these bricks.
It was really painful. So anyways, we unplugged it. And it was still not much of a deterrent. So what we just decided, we don't even use it. It's taking up space in a theater, and we could add a couple more chairs in its place. And that's exactly what we did. And we got
because of that, we got the massage chairs. So
yeah,
you can get a massage while you entertain yourself.
Yeah, so. It's nice to have the extra space for things we actually use.
Yeah, and we still have the treadmill. It's just in the gym.
Yeah,
which makes sense, right?
Yeah, now I actually use it.
But it's one of those like foldable, space-saving ones, you know. So, yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't mind running while I watch media or something.
That's what I do.
On wheels, you could just. But there's a TV.
You have a TV in there too now, so.
Yeah. So it's good.
Exactly.
There's something nice about just watching something and then like getting a run in or something like that.
Yeah.
I prefer personally to being outside, and I say that I like being outside, but not running outside because if the ground's uneven, you. At this age, anyways, you trip up your
his knees. Poor knees.
You dip the wrong
Sean,
way.
I don't really think of you as a runner.
Oh, my feelings are hurt just now.
People don't think of him as a basketball player either.
I do run, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
You've never mentioned it in what, 3-something years?
Oh yeah. I usually just run my mouth. That's why.
He did have a nice pair of shoes on the treadmill, though. I seen them every time I went by. They appear to be in the same exact.
Love those shoes, and those shoes don't touch anything else except the treadmill. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to keep them in pristine condition.
No, I want.
I'm kind of a nut job when it comes to that.
So you do that? I'll do that too. Yeah. Like there's shoes that I'll wear for mowing the yard. There's shoes that I'll wear for going to work. There's shoes 100%. That I'll wear to go right, and there's shoes that.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's
cool. I do that too.
Yeah. See, Shana's always telling me I have too many shoes, but I say no. They go through a life cycle, so I'll have a brand new pair, and then as they get a little worn from being outside, those become the yard shoes, and then it goes through
and they get recycled down till finally they get.
Or you could be that guy that wears steel-toe shoes everywhere.
Oh, like Austin?
He has their nice kicks too, but
Yeah,
It's what you're comfortable in.
Shoes everywhere, like boots.
Or can you?
Steel toes everywhere.
Here it's boots. There's literally
Yeah,
guys that wear boots
Just
every
everywhere.
single place that they go. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I can't. That's right. You're in
Yeah.
Oklahoma, so I mean, yeah, I
Mhm.
could see that.
They'll
Yeah.
detail in boots.
Jeez, that's wild.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's so heavy on your feet, and then oh man,
Yeah,
end of the
terrible.
day, your ankles are
And your
just-
skin, like imagine that.
Yeah,
You
no,
need to breathe.
that's too much. Yeah, we had one guy at the shop before. He tried wearing. You did it, but you did it successfully. But we had
Are you
because
talking about
Shana
when
worked at
we were
Auto World for the first 4 months that we were open.
Yeah.
She was working there with me, cleaning cars and all kinds of stuff. So she's got some detailing experience, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool. But she wore these rubber boots, and you pulled it off though. You did it well. But we had this one guy who started at Auto World, and he was wearing these rubber boots, and he just kept getting like stuff caught in them. I don't even know how, but he would walk past something, and then like something like a cable or something would get caught in his boot, and then he would almost trip. It was just more of a hazard than anything. I think they were too big for his feet or something like
Did
that.
you fire him?
Well, he's gone. He's gone for other reasons. He started posting on his Facebook pages like his affinity for knives and how much he loved knives and all this kind of stuff. And we were like, yeah, I don't know, it's not a good look. So there were other problems, but without getting into any
He
legal
does
stuff.
the lean back like I do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So I don't know if Marty knows that.
Oh, I don't think so. No.
Calvin's my brother.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, no, I would have
yeah,
had no way of
she's-
knowing. Yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah,
just
yeah,
happens
yeah.
to be my sister. Yeah, big deal.
This
Yeah, yeah,
happened.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What's
This
up,
guy.
sis?
Hey, how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
doing?
Who's older?
I thought I had mentioned that before.
I am.
Yeah.
What? Did you just say you're older? Then you can take 40 in February too.
Yeah, she's old.
She's older by a couple months. 11
We're 11 months
so
apart.
Irish
That's almost a
twins.
year.
That's why I was like, hold on, a
So-
couple months? Like,
So Jeff
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
the Irish
Like-
goodbye.
you guys in
I-
Canada keep doing some really interesting things here. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the syrup. It's the syrup. Yeah,
We're
yeah.
11 months
Or
apart.
the
so-
free medical. I'm not sure. We
The
can't
free
figure it out.
medical.
You know? No.
Absolutely.
So
Suddenly we get babies every couple months. You know, it's free medical. You know, that's what it is.
Exactly. Why not? You know, give
He's
him birth
gonna-
for free. Let's go.
he's gonna change age. He's gonna have his birthday before me.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna
We're
be
the
the
same
same
age
age
for a
for like
while.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna level up.
So I turn 39 and then we'll be 39. Then you turn
Whoa.
40 and you're on your own.
I'm in
Yeah.
between the two of them.
And Sean and I will remain in our 30s.
Okay.
Well,
You're in your
my-
40s by yourself.
You will fade off into
Yeah.
you go out to
Wait.
pasture. You know?
Exactly.
You go through the gates and you just go out to pasture.
Up on the ice block.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely, because my wife is significantly older than I am, so it's you know, it's one of those things. But I make up for it with, you know, my wisdom and
Wow.
experience.
And who still gets carded?
No one.
Me.
I don't know
Nicely done.
who you're
Me.
when you're last outside, but
This
When
guy's
you
just
agree,
probably trying. I mean, who carded you? Was it a male or female?
female and males.
were
Yeah.
they checking for a seniors discount?
No, they were trying to give me a student discount at the Parthenon
That's true. That is true, though.
in Greece.
Yeah, but they were Greek. They do things all different over there.
They just really don't know. I mean, you know,
Exactly. See,
they're known
Have
for
you heard
having
about
bad
their economy?
eyesight. So.
It's because you look young. Remember that tortoise we saw? See, that was it. Anyway, but
I was like,
you know what? When we went to Greece, that was actually an amazing trip.
Yeah.
Man, we went during COVID,
Yeah.
and so there was nobody out there.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
perfect.
the
Man,
plane was empty,
plane was empty.
and I had
Parthenon, like all the ancient ruins, everything was just empty.
I upgraded our seats because I thought we were gonna be on a like eight
Extra.
9-hour flight. So I was like, I need leg space. So does he. If we're gonna be on this long flight, so the morning of, I upgraded our seats. Sure enough, we get on the flight. There's like 80% of the flight missing.
Yeah, there was like 25 people on a flight for 600.
It was nuts. And then they're
And
asking me
it
if
was
I want to row myself.
Stretch out in the row. You
Yeah.
bring you some blankets. You can sleep across the whole row.
Yeah,
And but the funny thing is, because my wife is such a stickler, since she paid
the
for it,
principal.
when we sat down, there was someone that was sitting in one of the seats next to us, but he wasn't actually supposed to be there. And so we sat down, and he was kind of looking at us like, "Are you guys gonna move? Like the whole plane's empty." My wife was like, "No, we paid for these seats. He can move." So We stayed there and we literally all sat next to each other for the first like 20, 30 minutes of the flight, until the guy finally was like, okay, fuck this, and he left.
Yeah, I was like, no, I paid. This is it, you know.
That's fair. Yeah.
And I also, I mean, it was our first time going to Europe together. I didn't mind sitting beside my husband. Like, come on.
Yeah,
you know?
I had to sit next to
Now
him.
though,
Now she might.
Yeah.
Now, oh,
The second time around, for sure, it won't be as.
she's like, the first time I didn't know.
Yeah.
Just the first time.
First
the
and
second
last. That's it.
time we'll probably bring the kids, so we'll
bring the kids in.
we'll need more room.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But Marty's going on a flight soon, and so are we. We're all going to Mexico. But
Mexico.
Marty, how do you guys?
Come on, Sean.
Mexico, yeah. Oh, lo siento. Sí. Marty, how do you travel? You travel well with your spouse?
You better say yes.
Is it-
You better say yes.
Is it- Yeah.
It's not travel well anyway. I'm a pretty easygoing guy,
We go.
and I love to travel anyway. So yeah,
Nice.
When
I'm a big fan of taking sleeping pills and
Okay.
a lot of alcohol.
Ah.
Champlain
Okay.
on the
Fan of that.
airplane.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
so you don't like the flight?
I love to sleep.
That was the perfect answer. I love
Fair enough. I love the takeoff
They're
and I love the landing.
they're going to Rio.
Oh.
Yeah. How long is that flight? By the way?
Yeah, we'll be at Rio for New Year's, so that's what I'm really excited about.
Amazing.
Fireworks, the
Oh,
Was
Cristo.
it like 4
yeah.
hours? No, actually, you're in the States from there. Shoot, what is it? A 4 hour?
Yeah, no, it's like a 10, 12-hour flight.
Really?
Yeah, it's a long ways. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
'cause
we'll
you gotta think-
leave Friday at 5 out of Tulsa, and we'll arrive in Rio, I think at 9 a.m. the next morning.
Wow.
So we'll go to Houston, and then we'll leave from Houston and go over.
Okay. Yeah. Man.
Are you guys
Wow,
gonna
that's
go see
wild.
the what is it? The
10, 12
Christ the
hours.
Redeemer?
Cristo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom's going. My mom just turned 80, and that's
Amazing.
you know,
Congrats.
Yeah.
once we got married, and she was like, I want to go see the Christ. Like, okay, mom, you'll get there eventually. Like, yeah,
Amazing.
that's her big thing. So we'll go there. We'll go to we'll go to her hometown for I think 4 or 5 days. And
Nice.
this is where it gets interesting. Right. And then
Okay.
we went to dinner last night with my mom, kind of tried to explain, how so the party starts Christmas Eve,
Okay.
right? It's Brazil. It's
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
So we rented this big place, and there's like 50 or 60 people coming in for this big party.
Beautiful.
It's going to start Christmas Eve in the afternoon, go on to Christmas morning. They'll go back, then they'll come back again, go
Mhm.
back and sleep, then they'll come back and start again. And they'll go for a
Beautiful.
whole nother 12, 14 hours. And it's like,
Oh, wow.
Man. Amazing.
okay,
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, in a
Yeah.
36-hour period, we'll be partying for about 24 of them.
So you
Like,
definitely
Man,
want to
that's
sleep.
amazing. Yeah, you're gonna need some rest.
yeah,
before
I'm going to
that.
sleep before we get there.
Yeah.
And when I mean they party, like, stop. The music starts and they don't stop
Yeah.
till the
Man,
14th hour.
Jeez. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I tab out, please. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if
They
I
don't
can-
stop.
Man. Yeah.
they don't stop. They love it. It's their life. I mean,
Are you
That's
Are you eating? That's what matters most. Are you eating in between? I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
could go the 14 hours, not well, but better if I have a full stomach.
Yeah. As long as
yeah.
it's
Oh,
right.
yeah,
Gotta
you're
go-
eating and drinking.
yeah,
And,
it's called a
For sure.
churrasco.
Mm.
So they do cookouts, and so they'll regularly
Oh,
put some
man.
different meats out on this little, like, I'll send you guys a photo. It's like this little hut type of thing. Almost every garage there has them, and it's where they kind of cook their meat. And yeah,
Mhm.
they'll sit there and they'll cook and just have stuff slowly cooking, pull it
Wow.
off, eat some, keep drinking
That's
the next
amazing.
hour. So it's
Wow.
like it's very similar, the same concept to a Brazilian steakhouse.
Right.
Mm.
If you guys
Okay.
have been to
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Yeah.
That concept is restaurantanized, right?
Okay.
It's built into being a restaurant, but the idea,
From people's like backyards.
they'll
and
stay for
garages.
hours,
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
and they'll just eat meat, eat more meat, and just keep consuming. And then it's just a long. So a lot of the social things between me and my wife that took a lot to get used to is in America, whether it is there or not, you go sit down to eat. I want my drinks. I want my food. I want to order. I'm here. I'm doing, and I'm going. All right, this is a great time. Let's go to the whatever we're going to do.
Yeah.
For them, it's hey, all right, and they'll be there for 5 hours. Picking up a table at a restaurant for 5 hours. Okay. We went to the very first place we went to when I went there this summer was you go up into it's a barrio, and I can't think of the name of it. But in Brazil, and especially in Rio, you'll see these massive, huge areas that are nothing but the slums, right? It's the poor of the poor.
Yeah.
And there's literally like 1 million people that live up there. I mean, it's crazy. So, but up on top, there's some of the best views and really great restaurants and great bars. So you take this, taxi in a sense all the way up.
Okay, yeah.
They walk you through with guards, right? In a sense, walk you through so that you make it to the restaurant, and you walk out, and it's the ocean and this incredible view looking over Rio de Janeiro. And yeah, we were there like 8 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a whole day.
I kept thinking
it's the whole day. Yeah,
you're done.
It is like
I was looking around like, where did my day go? That's awesome.
But that's what they do. They it's all about the moment. Each culture does different things, right?
Absolutely.
Asian culture is very much of, hey, it doesn't matter who else, doesn't matter, like, we're taking our time for this moment. That's why a lot of times they're late to things or different, right? Because, hey, I'm just doing this right now. I'll get to the next thing whenever I get to
this
it.
is done. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing, man.
The value on community and family is probably a bit different there as well, right? Whereas
very much. It's very different from American culture. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna book some tickets then.
Right?
Yeah.
We should.
I wouldn't mind going there too, man. Yeah, for sure.
So Calvin, let's do this.
Yeah,
we'll look into it. What, next year, 2024, or we're talking 2025?
If it's 2024, listen, man,
right
it
now.
could be anytime. It could be anytime. Really.
Kids are still in school until
that's the problem, right? You're
Yeah.
lucky because your kids are young. So if they miss a day, it's not a big deal. My oldest one, you have to like really, because her exams come up, everything is credits now, right? Like she's, so when you're in high school, everything is worth a credit. You're not trying to miss those days. It's not like when, if you're in elementary school, it's not so bad.
I guess how you look at it, that's all perspective. For me, I'm all about French, English, math. As long as they have data, all these credits in school, that's all nonsense. My perspective, right? So like French, English, math will bring them anywhere. They could get into science, they could do a lot of different things. The way the school
it's more
is and the system is a bit outdated in my opinion, but
yeah.
I'm a big believer in alternative schooling, but anyway.
But like I'm not as rigid as I used to be.
No,
I used to be really rigid. I was like, we follow the rules. This is the law. Like they need to be taught this curriculum. And now I'm like, no, I'd rather teach you our curriculum.
It's just the idea that a lot of people, you try to do a social experiment, you just ask people like certain things that they should technically remember from high school. It doesn't matter if it doesn't pertain to their livelihood or what they're doing to make ends meet. Like they don't know any of these things, So
it's true. Yeah.
Again, French, English, math, and if you're in the U.S., I guess it would be English, Spanish, math, or something.
Yeah, but we should be embracing Spanish as much as we do the French too, right? Because Spanish honestly is more universal than French.
You get a lot more use of it.
Honestly,
just by sheer numbers, right? We're like 10% of the U.S.'s population, right? So yeah, just by looking at it like that, it would be an asset to have Spanish.
Yeah.
For sure.
So right now we got our 10%, and that's Shawn.
Shawn.
How do you guys handle language in a sense of, let me ask it in this way. Here, there's a lot of people that would say if you're Spanish, you should actually learn English. Listen, I'm not saying this is me. I'm just saying this is a thing around the area. A lot of people don't acknowledge that somebody should speak Spanish and you should learn English if you're going to be here.
Right.
What's it like in Canada? Do you guys, because I know you have the French Canadians, which Sean and I have joked about. Like, what is it like up there?
Yeah. So yeah,
well, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no, go Cal. Yeah. Calvin, you're in Montreal right now, so this would be interesting.
I'll say so. Montreal is really multicultural, right? It's like a melting pot. So it kind of depends on where you are in Canada. So in Montreal, the emphasis in Montreal City for you to be like speaking French, since we're in Quebec, they believe that French is a part of their culture. So to preserve their culture, they want immigrants, everybody coming in to learn French within 6 months. So yeah, basically that's how it is in Montreal, in Quebec. But
so that would be similar to a lot of the US English people here that are, and I just mean here in Oklahoma, South and the Midwest, right? So that's all I'm talking about, because that's where I'm at. And there's a lot of people that would go, hey, listen, if you're going to move here, you should learn English, right? Like, that's our language. So stop speaking Spanish and learn English. Yeah. Once again, I'm not saying that's me.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And there is that. The one thing I would say too, because like so Calvin lives on the Quebec side, we live on the Ontario side. But my wife is from Quebec as well, from Montreal.
Yeah.
There's others
in the Anglo borough.
Yeah.
Right? Then, but we've always grown up in pretty Anglo boroughs with French.
Now it's to the point now where it's like they're doing this thing in Quebec where, like, let's say I just want to call any government entity, agency, and I need any kind of services. I would have to prove that I'm a historical Anglo in order to get those services in English.
That's right. We have to prove that in order for our children. So if I moved back to Montreal and I wanted to put our children in English school, they would need proof that I went to English school in Montreal in order for my children to go to school in English in Montreal. Right. Any children born outside of that time or have no proof have to go to French school.
Right.
Not French immersion, French school.
Yeah.
Right. So the way they're doing it is it's like generational too. So it's kind of like my sons are going to English school. If they didn't go to English school, they would forfeit that right for their children. Their children would have to be obligated to go to French school.
Yeah.
And also to answer your question, Marty, how do I feel about someone moving to a state or a province that's predominantly one language? I do believe that I do believe in integration a lot. I do think integration is a good thing to have. I don't believe that just because the majority speaks a language that the minority that's there should have to like change who they are or change to make everyone else feel comfortable. However, I do feel that people who are in the minority should still get served in the language that is not. So if I'm in a predominantly English speaking city or province or whatever, but the two languages there are English and Spanish, then I do expect to be served in Spanish if I'm going for, healthcare or, city services and things like that. Overall, I wouldn't expect anything else. If I move someplace where it's predominantly English, I'm obviously going to try to speak the language, right? Or at least understand to some extent, because it just works better for me. It's not about anybody else.
Without any government mandates for this type of thing, what happens is that what you have a lot of people coming in, and if like in that specific situation, if they're English in the US and you have a lot of Spanish coming in, what's happening is there's real estate, they're buying things, they're opening businesses, you know what I mean? And that goes into the GDP and all these type of things. So it's kind of like if Native Americans don't get that same opportunity because there becomes a language barrier that starts to take over and stuff like that, that can affect a lot of things, right? So yeah. You do kind of want to say to someone, hey, if you're coming here, you should at least know our language, right? Imagine us going somewhere else and not being aware of that other culture or the main culture's language or all that kind of stuff. So it can start a lot of issues, definitely,
It's true.
Yeah. And I mean, here in the Midwest, even through the South, and especially go to Texas, Arizona, there's different places that, listen, there's detailers that will struggle. And I know we didn't mean to get into some deep topic under the Christmas episode, but as we just kind of started talking about, I was like, Language does become an interesting thing, and I know there's you know, you want to call them Hispanic, Latino, different people like to be addressed in different ways, but you know, they deal with, you know, language barriers as well as with want them to speak a certain way, or if they need to speak a certain way. There's people that work for us here that don't speak fluent English. I'm okay with it. Like, I mean, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But there are some people that it does bother. So, you know, it is always interesting when you start thinking cultural stuff and how it interacts with business, life,
honestly,
and all that stuff.
It never bothers me in the sense that I always feel like I'm at a deficit if I can't help someone in their language. I don't know what it is, but it just is. You know, Shawn and I,
we're learning sign language.
We're trying to learn sign language right now.
One
That's
of our
something
daughter's
that
fathers is
the second time that our kid has had a friend whose parents are deaf, and we haven't had the tools to properly communicate. Yet they've spent their entire lives trying to cater to people like us who are hearing by reading our lips and doing like basic sign language, you know, like body.
And now like we've mastered the alphabet. We know some sayings like how to like ask how someone's doing, tell them I have to go, things like that, which is good. I think languages are always an asset. I know at our shop, for example, we have 6 languages that are spoken. I think 6 that we can help customers in, which is kind of a unique situation to be in as a business. But being in the nation's capital, where like we have, how many embassies are here? 50 plus or something. There's families from all different parts of the world, and sometimes they're only here for a brief period of time. They might bring in a family for, you're here for 12 months. So they're not going to necessarily take the time to learn English, but they still need to get some services. Now they understand maybe a basic understanding of it, but when they have to get their cars detailed. So we do a lot of embassy cars. And when they have to go somewhere, they need to know that it's, you know, the people aren't going to mess with their car. They're not going to put in like wiretaps and all this kind of stuff. So we have bonded employees that can do that kind of stuff. But a big part is just being able to speak the language. There's times where we'll have, you know, Spanish customers come in, we can serve them. We have French customers come in, we can serve them. Some of the French are very pushy at times with, you know,
because it's like how could you live in the nation?
They will walk away if they don't get served in French. Likewise, you may have some clients that want to be served in English too, Marty, right? It's like, hey, I'm in America. I want to be served I pay taxes here. You know, look, man, your bottom line is you want to generate income. So you just, you know, if you have someone who can speak that language that your client's comfortable with, then that's better for your business at the end.
We even have staff that don't speak English. So there's one of our guys doesn't speak English. And when I speak to him, he speaks French and Arabic. I don't speak Arabic. My business partner does, but I don't. And several of our other staff.
He speak French, even though he's French.
I don't speak French. I know very few words, like basic words, but how me and Jafar talk is I'll speak Spanish and he speaks French. And we just kind of put the pieces together because Spanish is closer to his language than it is English. So we just kind of figure it out, you know? And we do a lot of like hand gestures and pointing and stuff like that. But it's, you know, we can still communicate because that desire to work together is there. You know, he's a great guy. Like we've helped him out a lot in different things, but works hard, really good guy. But if he had a different attitude or mentality towards language, or if I did, it wouldn't work. Right. And so that's where I think a big part of it is just being open to the fact that language is just a tool. It's just a way to communicate something. You know, like you could lose your voice and you would just have to get by with like grunts and I don't know,
body language,
eye rolls.
And so Shawn, since everybody else gave their tip, I'll go ahead and put mine into the bouquet. And there's one thing in language that can be universal. There's only really one form, and it will translate across the entire world. And that is
a smile.
It is, isn't it?
You got it.
Oh, I love what I
said. Money like a pendejo. Oh man.
You said money, Shawn? You capitalist.
It doesn't matter where you go, who you talk to, whatever language. There's one form of communication that is always universal.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what's crazy about
Your
smiles
facial
too?
expressions, smiles,
Yeah.
cries, smiles and
Yeah.
cries, right?
It's
Sure,
true.
yeah.
But even when you're on the phone and the person can't see you,
Mm.
I always tell our sales guys, I say,
Okay.
listen, when you're
Mhm.
talking to someone, smile the whole
Smile.
time, especially if the customer's upset.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
they're like, yeah, but they can't see me. I say, trust me,
It doesn't matter.
they will know,
Mhm.
you know, and it
Yep.
comes across as genuine. But if you're preoccupied, you're looking at something and you just like zero facial expression, it comes across in your tone, you know. But
Yeah, you exude it.
yeah, it's true. You know, it's a funny thing though, when you think in the
Yeah.
wild. Me and Marty talk about animals a lot on the show, and one thing is like showing your teeth. Like smiling is like an inviting thing. It's happy. It's not,
Sorry.
but there's a lot of animals like they show their teeth. It's a sign of aggression.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I think for some people like they're either hesitant to show their smile because they don't like their smile or something like that. But
They have
man,
bad teeth.
trust me, someone would rather.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, if you're from anywhere over the pond and you just got bad teeth and they don't care about it. But
A lot of people, man.
yeah, and even here, I probably
don't have free
even,
healthcare.
I drink
what
too
it
much
is.
coffee and all this
Yeah.
beer, so and I don't put those little white things on, or I don't sit with
Yeah,
my
yeah.
little I'm not doing all
You
that.
gotta
Oh,
do some
forget
oil
that.
pulling.
Yeah.
Some oil pulling
Huh?
and some baking soda.
Oh yeah, me?
My teeth,
That's it.
my teeth are straight. I got a good bite. I'm good.
He's like,
I don't
"That's
need them
it."
white. I don't care.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And
It's the baking
yeah,
soda toothpaste.
smiles are a huge thing though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. This is
Well, great episode, guys.
Yeah,
Fun
man.
talk. We didn't know if
Yeah.
we'd go 20 minutes or 2 hours. So here we
And
go.
here we are. Exactly. I don't even know how
Promise
long
you.
it's been, but it's been fun.
Oh,
No, you
that's
know.
been-
Yeah. Jeff
Hope you
had the
guys have
gift.
a Merry Christmas.
You as well.
You
Merry
too.
Christmas. Safe flight. Enjoy
Yeah.
yourself.
Merry Christmas.
And,
Happy New Year's.
Yeah. Happy
Yeah.
New Year's as well. I'm gonna be checking some flights though, and so there's a chance we may join you. We'll
Calvin,
see.
you're not drinking?
We'll see. He's got
Oh,
his
I had
tea.
a cup of tea.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
sis, I believe you're on the picture somewhere here and there. Somewhere.
Get that off the
Somewhere in
screen.
there.
There we go. Those make great Christmas gifts, by the way. Yeah.
Hey, I had this cup how long, guys? 10 years now? I don't know.
No,
Yeah, something like
14
that long?
at least. No, 12
Printed out
12
years.
years.
like
No,
10, 12 years, yeah.
12 years. No, it's the year we got married.
Oh, okay. Oh, our wedding's on there? Okay, yeah, it was 12 years.
Yeah, there's another one. This
I didn't
one was Jesse's.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
yeah,
made a
yeah.
bunch of cups, a bunch of mugs, and we did like a collage of photos. And that's back when Shawn started doing sublimation ink on mugs and stuff.
Yeah, we just got this new machine in for the printing business. We were doing mugs and stuff, and then yeah. Now, Marty, real quick, last tip of the day, promise.
Yeah.
We have these mugs. They're really expensive to ship, so don't buy it from me. It's not a shameless plug. Find a local printer that can print magic mugs.
Magic mugs, yeah.
Magic mugs are amazing. Marty, you ever seen those?
They make a statement.
You have a black
It's the
mug.
one that changes colors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
add, it looks all black, you add hot water, and the black starts to fade like this to white, and it reveals an image.
Mhm.
They're
Picture,
really
yeah.
cool.
Nice.
And what you can do is you can put something like, maybe your QR code to your website. You can put, a vehicle being ceramic coated or something like that, and then people pour it in and it disappears. You give those things out, and people are going to hang on to them. They're going to show people, and it'll be the cheapest form of advertising.
Mhm.
So I saw the coolest little coffee shop the other day.
All right.
That you QR code a photo of yourself,
Okay.
and when you buy a coffee, it somehow lasers in on the
On
phone,
top of the
picture of you that you just sent to their QR
Wow.
code. And I was like,
that's wild.
That's
That
mind
is
blowing.
wild.
Like-
Yeah.
Calvin's face, look at Calvin's
There's
face.
levels, man.
Yeah, there's levels to this shit.
Hey.
That's amazing, man.
all right.
It's-
So we had a question that you were going to give a book away. And
Yeah.
what is the question? And people will have to wonder.
Absolutely. Here's
Right?
the book again.
Here's the question. What made Shawn want to turn off the camera?
Oh.
Happy holidays, guys, and Merry Christmas. What was he going to get?
This is gonna get spicy. Oh, thanks, Marty.
Do I need to leave?
What made Shawn want to turn off the camera?
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks. Great episode. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Everything to everybody.
Happy holidays, guys.
Navidad. Yeah. It's gonna be the Day of the King soon.
Yeah.
They put the shoes outside and they put a little thing inside, down in Mexico. So, yeah. Anyway,
OrbisX community, have a happy holidays. Signing
that's
out.
it. Absolutely.
Yes.
All right,
Bye,
man.
guys.
Definitely check out Pints and
Hey,
Polishing
guys.
Podcast and hyperClean Car Care products as well. All right, man. There we go. Shameless plug. All right. See you after the New Year.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Ms. Gervais, nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you. You too, Marty. And I'm
Absolutely.
hoping to hear more about your trip when you get back and eat lots of picanha. Because I heard over here we eat like peasants.
Yeah. We got to step our game up. Yeah.
We're gonna have to do better. We're gonna have to do better.
But that farmer with the
But I've been
See?
buying a lot of meats from a local farmer, because I don't like to get from the grocery store anymore. We're getting garbage from the grocery store. So, and I've noticed an improvement in our, like, the flavor, just
Night-
even how we feel,
night and day.
so I get a big order, and then Shawn orders from another company as well that has good meat as well. And so we've been doing a lot better. I find we don't even want to eat out.
Yeah, no.
It's just not a thing
And
for us
Oh,
anymore.
But Marty,
Trash.
last week you said, this week
Yeah.
you mentioned the meat grinder. She's
Oh, yeah.
anti-meat. She's anti-meat grinder. I told her about it, and she's
It
like,
just
"No,
feels
we
like a
don't even have this
waste. I
thing."
feel like I would be
I
wasting.
feel like it's the
food.
opposite, because you can reuse if there's parts of a certain cut you're not going to eat.
Mhm.
push it
Yeah.
through.
That's what I do. I'll take the cuts that aren't, because you still got to butcher it once you get it home. You still got to
Exactly.
cut some fat. You still got to trim it.
Mhm.
And then you just take the stuff that's not the prime, right? Not the
Yeah.
best cut, the side stuff, and then put it over to the side. And that's what you grind up and make a burger.
Yeah.
How
See?
big is a meat grinder?
Just wait till you have the burger.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
we have the
Another
space."
regular burger again. Like it just
Exactly.
it changes your burger experience or your breakfast taco experience.
Exactly.
That's right up your alley.
Or right, whatever it is that you would put a ground meat in.
Exactly.
Now you
Could be
have
anything. Could be
ground
meatballs.
picanha.
Could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
meatballs. You can put whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. See,
All right.
we don't have a dog, so there's no one to
I
eat the
still want
scraps.
to know how big it is.
We're gonna eat the scraps.
Oh, meat grinder's small. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Small. Yeah.
I don't mind. I'm like hugely against buying more and more
Minimalist. That's
appliances.
what it is. And I'm an
Yeah,
appliance
Sure, no
hoarder.
problem. We put it back in the box and then put it back up on the shelf in the closet.
I'll
So,
put it right by the deep fryer. Done.
there you go.
See? Exactly. Yeah. See? Thanks, man. You got me
Thank you
sold.
so much.
That was a tip just for me.
Yeah.
Thanks. We'll see you after the holidays,
Take
man.
care.
Enjoy.
All right. See you.
Bye.
Cheers. Yeah.